Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. This is River of Living Water Revival School, and today I welcome you to River of Living Water Revival School to participate with me in this topic of why supernatural influence. The theme of this channel is why supernatural influence, God and families. People all over the world and families all over the world will express the fact that families experience incredible spiritual dynamics. Incredible spiritual dynamics. We know, for example, that where society in Africa are defined into tribes, where societies in Africa are defined into tribes, we know that every tribe has got its own spiritual system. They started with their own spiritual system. And this spiritual system is a system that was designed, that was enacted, which ordered and ruled every family. It ruled every family. And these families grew into societies which are called tribes. And there is a lot of spiritual governments. All tribes within Africa had spiritual government which ordered them so that they may know how to deal with the situations and to handle very many critical processes. And so we also realize that when we go back to the Word of God, that even before God established the family of Abraham, even before God established the family of Abraham, the seed of Abraham, his selected seed, he first of all enacted a blood covenant. He entered into a blood covenant between Abraham and himself. It's a blood covenant in which Abraham agreed to give God his seed, to give God his choice seed, so that he can use that seed to create a nation of Israel. And so we may see that the nation of Israel also is a people of a covenant. They are a people who have originated from a covenant. So there is a spiritual government. There is a spiritual government that ruled the people of Israel. And what God first of all did is to establish a foundation, spiritual system, supernatural system that would order the nation that he was going to create from Isaac. The nation that was going to create from Isaac. And you know this, God entered this blood covenant with Abraham. It was a covenant, is an agreement between two people. And so in this covenant they agreed that God may take one of his seeds, Isaac, and develop the nation that he would want to develop. And God also spoke to him and told him what would be of that covenant, of that nation. We see that later on when Moses took the people of Israel into the wilderness, God established a profound spiritual system. God established a profound spiritual system that the people of Israel would follow, so that they do not fall into sin, so that they are not destroyed by sin, so that they do not do things that you bring sinful activities that may bring to destruction of societies or destruction of families. So all these transactions, they were supposed to carry them as a society, even as a culture, so that families are preserved, so that individuals in families are preserved, so that people in the nations are preserved, because of the supernatural complexity that comes through the raising of nations. Through the raising of nations, for example, even if it is a tribe, through the raising of a society, which is in Africa is called a tribe. There are spiritual systems which were ordered to protect the people from scattering and from destruction. And so we also see God do the same thing, establish a spiritual system so that the people of Israel, the families, are not destroyed and scattered.